First, thanks very much for organizing this event, for having me here today. I am the county chair of the Solano County Peace and Freedom Party, which covers primarily the cities of Vallejo, some in Fairfield, not quite up into Napa, but we are your neighbor, and we share your struggle here today. The Peace and Freedom Party is a ballot party in California, which openly proclaims itself as socialist. We also stand for feminism, the environment, ending all wars, and racism in society. We propose an alternative to California's budget problem here, not by cutting spending on services, schools, and education, but by a more equal distribution of the wealth in our society. Specifically, a ballot party such as the Peace and Freedom Party could do such things as do away with the 2/3 requirement in the state legislature so that California could pass a budget more expediently, and there wouldn't be a small, highly conservative minority that could block anything that made sense what to do in this state. We could tax commercial property and higher ed property at a more equal rate rather than the Proposition 13 value which subsidizes commercial property. There could be more taxes on major financial transactions that banks do, where they pay far less than the sales tax that the rest of us pay to buy things at the store. Free higher education for all. That's what's mandated actually in the university system. There's not supposed to be any tuition at all, according to the charter. And all school voucher programs for public schools. More and beyond what the Peace and Freedom Party is about, though, beyond these specific measures, we want to build a movement that can fight for these things. We see the electoral arm of the Peace and Freedom Party as a means to an end, to building a larger movement that would really bring about change in society. The Peace and Freedom Party was born in the 60s, coming together from the civil rights movement, specifically here in California, the Black Panther Party, and the anti-war movement, which came together and founded the Peace and Freedom Party. They ran several candidates of Black Panther Party, Bobby Seale, and some others. There's been some movement, you've seen probably on the news at the universities, the students have been taking some actions at the universities, California State University, Fullerton, really bringing the movement for justice and education forward, occupying the administration building at UC Berkeley, one of the lecture halls. We see this as something that could be a beginning. It's leading the way forward. We would like to bring the student movement also together more with what's going on here at the community colleges. This is a great step forward, what you're doing here today. Also K through 12 education. I'm also a teacher in Vallejo, and they've already asked a lot of teacher jobs. They're talking about shutting down one of the high schools because there's less revenue now from property taxes and the whole mess the state's gotten into with bonds. So we'd like to build a movement that reaches out to public education at the public school level and also the workers on the campuses. March 4th, there's going to be statewide actions at all the UCs and California State Universities. We hope the community colleges could be a part of that as much as possible. So just to say in conclusion, I urge people here to come by the Peace and Freedom Party table, check us out. We have some literature. Our platform has a position on education. And register to vote is one step at the beginning of building more of a movement like I'm talking about. And thanks for having us here. All right.